Welcome back to Companion Talk with your host, Charlie Murray!
I do believe I'm really feeling the benefits of some fresh air and exercise. Who would have thought? And the company of a true intellectual equal hasn't hurt either.
Yeah, just go outside, go get some fresh air. In space!
You are most welcome.
I've refitted my equipment and streamlined Holiday's programming even further. Hopefully we should be of greater use to you.
Oh, thank you.
Besides, I should showcase my best work. Even in the thick of battle, you never know who's watching.
Oh, lovely. I'm surprised I haven't finished Tharan's story yet. You would have thought I would have done that by now, but obviously not. Right, where do I go now? Do I go back to Zenith? There's a lot more to these companion stories than I thought there was. Surprised how long they're going on for. Oh well.
Might have evidence to clear the charges against my men. I found Greystar's journals. A group of Balmoran resistance fighters were on a mission to Nar Shaddaa. Never left. They have copies of the journals.
Considering what happened on Balmora, you're fortunate any copy survived.
Just have to collect them. These men lost contact with us. Happens sometimes. They don't know Greystar's gone, or anything else. Their leader is Kalen Jays, one of my trainees once. I should go to Nar Shaddaa, tell him the news myself.
I'm sure he'll be glad to see you, despite the circumstances.
Plus, I can pick up the journals. Efficient. Won't be gone long. Pick up a shuttle to Nar Shaddaa, meet Jays, bring the journals back. Simple. Don't get shot while I'm away.
I'm a Jedi. Like that would happen. He said.
Back. At Kalen Jays. Journals are safe.
Have you had a chance to study them?
Started, but had thinking to do. Jays didn't want to give me the journals. Said Greystar left standing orders. If he was killed or captured, the journals should be destroyed. And Greystar told Jays not to give the journals to me. Ever. For any reason.
How did you convince Jays to give them to you?
Shot him in the foot.
Oh.
Started reading on the way back. Greystar had plenty to say. He wrote in shorthand, tough to decipher. But there's enough evidence to release my men. Nayland Fiskin's charges fell apart. Need to go on the attack now, before Fiskin's campaign recovers.
He's thrown off balance. Striking now will put you ahead.
Journals have some intel on Fiskin, too. Hence he took a bribe from an Imperial prisoner. Revealing it would hit him hard.
The Balmoran people deserve to know what kind of man he is.
Done and done. No idea why Greystar didn't want me reading his journals. They're strange. So much history. Talks about people I knew. Like they're still... Back to work.
You really are a weird man, aren't you, Zenith? I don't know what goes through his head sometimes. Was there any more from Treek? I didn't really check that. I think there was a little bit more from Treek. No, there wasn't. Oh, I was hoping there was. Oh, what a shame. Back to Ereso then. Yes. Hello.
Good news. One of my guys from Hoth got a promotion. Private Lavic made it to Specialist.
Please, send him my congratulations.
Thanks. I'll let him know.
As if.
He's gone to Ord Mantell for training. I was there right after my transfer from... Felucia? No, Dantooine.
You don't remember?
Ord Mantell. That posting was lousy.
I imagine it seems rather trivial since facing Captain Valon.
Hoth was a bad mission in good company. This was the other way around. I was in a unit scattering a separatist training camp, setting noise charges, ambushes, that sort of thing. But Lieutenant Jorgen had seniority, and he let me know it. Snap inspections, status reports. Every day he was up in arms about something.
Well, it was your training, wasn't it? To be honest with you, like, that's pretty much protocol.
Discipline is the shield of both a soldier and a Jedi.
I guess that's true. Maybe I'm being too hard on Jorgen. He was a good soldier. He's probably a general by now. We did the job and didn't lose a single man. Jorgen got a commendation. I got transferred to Sirocco, then to Duro, then Hoth.
It sounds like you're constantly being reassigned. Is that normal?
Army life isn't easy. I hope Specialist Lavic appreciates what he's got.
And now you're stuck with me. I'm sorry, Ereso. I really am about that. It's just... You don't want to be with me. I'm just a nightmare. I'm the nightmare child. Well, I should say adult, because I'm an adult. I'm the nightmare adult.
What? Oh, please excuse me, Jedi. The last pieces of the Van Drake generator must have a precise exposure to the ship's engine core. I'll be right back.
Hi.
Jedi, could I please talk to you for a minute? It's about Tharan.
Don't be upset. Just say what's on your mind.
You're so kind.
I try to be.
Tharan's been working so hard for the Symposium. It's all he talks about. It's just so rare for him to get a real challenge. I don't think he's handling it very well. Please, he listens to you. Is there anything you can do?
Having his genius tested will teach Tharan more than years of success.
I hope that's true. You're a good friend to us, Jedi. Both me and my sweet Tharan.
Well... that is true. Are your feelings a program?
Holiday, did Tharan reprogram you to fall in love with him? Or is it your choice?
Well, what makes real people like you fall in love, hmm?
But you're a unique case. You are just... code.
It's different for you. Your personality can be reprogrammed. Mine can't.
I use software to feel, but feelings are more than that. Like your feelings are more than reacting chemicals. I love Tharan, so does it matter where that feeling came from? Nope. Not one bit.
Just in time. A moment longer and the irradiation would have gone too far.
Tharan, honey, why don't you take a break? With me.
No. Too much to do. Sorry, Jedi. I'll speak to you another time.
Aww, Holiday! Aww. Do you know something? I often wonder if Tharan...
Oh, Master, I hope you find your vessel a model of efficiency, convenience, and comfort.
I've been here the whole time! But it's like... What if Tharan and Holiday ever tried having sex? I mean, if you've ever seen the film called Her, they sort of did have... should I really spoil it? Yeah, I'll spoil it. They sort of did kind of have sex. So I sort of wonder how Tharan and Holiday might do it. If it's just... I don't even know if I want to think about it.
Been working on my combat technique. Noticed some flaws after fighting alongside you. All corrected now.
I didn't see any flaws.
Everything looked fine to me.
Don't, please. Problems were obvious.
Oh?
Jedi, you're all right.
Thanks. Moving on.
I was hoping you'd have time for a quick strategy session. I was running a few scenarios. Repelling a boarding party, what if someone gets captured, stuff like that. I have to ask, what do you want us to do if you're taken by the Empire?
That's a good question. I would hope to be rescued, actually.
I'm sure I could rely on my friends to bring me home.
No problem. I'd break an arm if I tried to stop Kaizen going after you. Not a pleasant topic, I know, but it never hurts to plan in advance.
And what would you like me to do? Could you tell me that? No? Okay. I wonder how close am I to level 43 now? Because all this experience I'm getting, surely that's got to get me somewhere. Let me take a look how far I am now. I must be somewhere close. Must be. Oh. I'm halfway. I'm nowhere near. Okay. You just would have thought I would be pretty close, but clearly I am not. I am nowhere near. I'm halfway there. Anyway, back down to Tharan, where I think this will be the penultimate part for Tharan, because he's going to be actually, well, going to the Symposium, I think.
My work is finally complete. The Van Drake generator. Dare I say, a masterpiece among masterpieces.
Tharan, I'm so proud of you. I think I'm gonna cry.
What about me? I helped.
Don't my contributions count for anything?
Of course. Your moral support was, invaluable.
Yeah, sure.
The Illuminatus Club Symposium only runs for a day. I must secure the generator for transport. Its core needs to be perfectly shielded. The core is very sensitive to nearby electronic systems, you see. Its processes could...
Go on.
The core's processes could what?
Jedi, I am a complete idiot. The core of my Vandrake generator could have an application that I never considered. For Holiday. If I linked that core to Holiday's central processor, it could increase her sentience by a factor of 10, or more.
What would that mean for her?
How would Holiday change if you gave her this core?
She'd be able to transcend most of her remaining technical limitations. Her slicing capability could increase, her personality would evolve. But if I remove the core, my Vandrake generator is useless. I won't have a hope of winning the Symposium.
What does she want?
This is your future we're discussing. You deserve a say.
But Tharan's upset. I just want him to be happy.
There's no time to decide. The Symposium's starting soon. The entire Illuminatus Club is expecting me. I have to attend. I'll be back soon. It appears I have secured my place in scientific history. As a laughingstock.
What?
There I stood at the podium, my fellow scientists hanging on my every word. I had only to turn on the Vandrake generator, but I couldn't do it. I saw Holiday, and I couldn't. When I tried to explain, I was booed off the stage.
You're a better scientist than all of them put together.
That's very kind of you. Now, Holiday, I think the core is ready. We can begin the installation.
Tharan, I'm scared. What if it changes me? What if I don't love you anymore?
Oh.
Holiday, I am a fool dancing in your shadow. But whether you favor me or not, I will always belong to you.
Tharan, install it now, before I change my mind. Stacks 2 and 3 reinitializing. Transfer.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Holiday, please speak to me.
Oh my, how embarrassing. That core is potent stuff.
How do you feel?
Has the core made any difference yet?
Got more space. Like there's huge empty rooms waiting to fill up. It's exciting.
It'll take time for the change to fully propagate. Holiday's systems are very complex. But in the end, her personality and sentience will increase. Exponentially. I hope we'll be able to keep up.
And that was by far a better love story than Twilight. By far. That was actually really intense. I was just sort of going, what's happening to you, Holiday? Holiday? No, don't leave me!
Political campaigning's heating up back home. Malin Fiskin was rivaling me in the polls, but decided what to do. About that evidence, Fiskin took an Imperial bribe. Leaked it through the HoloNet. Hundreds of Fiskin's supporters switched to me.
Their vote should put you ahead, correct?
Can't celebrate yet. Fiskin's preparing a speech to regain lost ground. Got a very talented speechwriter. He could still turn this around. I could ensure Fiskin's speechwriter has an accident. Non-fatal accident.
Well, make it painless.
If you must do this, be sure
What?
the speechwriter...
No!
Painless, but debilitating. Chance to be creative. Good suggestion. Wish we'd had you in the war.
I didn't know that was Darkseid. I'm sorry. I didn't know. No, I didn't know that was Darkseid. I was just doing numbers. What the?
Can we talk for a minute? There's something I think you should know about me.
Wait, let me guess.
You once dressed up as a Hutt to get an insanity discharge?
Glorious mental images aside, this is kind of important.
Sorry.
A few years ago, I was captured by the Empire. I was scouting on Altair with my friend Milo, and we ran into an Imperial strike team. I woke up in an Imperial cell with a headache.
I get the feeling he's going to say that he lost some memories. I get that feeling. But what about your friend?
Was Milo with you?
There was no sign of him. When I managed to escape and reach a Republic ship, I realized I'd lost time. 7 days. Whatever happened to me is still a blank.
Thought so. Just 7 days, but still counts.
There are Jedi techniques to recall lost or repressed memories.
They tried, but all I got was stuff I've tried to forget. Medically, I'm fine, but my commanders don't like it, so I get shuffled around wherever they need an extra blaster. That's why I keep being reassigned. I just thought you should know.
Thanks.
I appreciate knowing this.
Better you hear it from me than someone else. You know what bothers me most? Milo Pelham, the guy who was with me on Altair, got captured too. But no one ever saw him again. I guess I was the lucky one.
Foreshadowing! I think we'll try and complete Eresso's story up until this point before we actually move on back to Tharan.
I've been thinking. The Republic's holding up, but we're still taking a real beating against the Empire. I'm in this to win, no question of that. But do you ever wonder what would happen if we lost?
We've suffered defeats and setbacks before, and always survived to rebuild.
Makes you wonder. Just what do we have that the Empire doesn't? Command will have some kind of contingency plan. If the time comes to use it, I hope we're leading the charge.
Still not done with you yet? Come on.
Remember I told you about Milo Pelham,
Yeah.
who vanished when we were captured by the Empire?
Yeah?
After we talked, I put his name out, in case he had a wife or kids he hadn't mentioned. Instead, I found out he was arrested on Tatooine a few weeks ago. He actually made it.
Arrested for what?
I didn't think Tatooine had any laws to break.
Milo's being held for destruction of private property. Anchorhead authorities said he's been acting nutty since he was arrested. They had to isolate him. Milo was a rock. Something's wrong.
He may have been tortured?
Perhaps he was badly treated when the Empire captured him.
I have to see him myself. I can get him out, but there's a hitch. The property Milo destroyed was a starship.
Oh.
Owner's a gangster, and he's a little upset. So the authorities aren't too happy about setting Milo free.
A little upset over a starship. Yeah, he's screwed.
He'll have all the protection he needs once we arrive.
I wrote up a signed character reference for Milo. Could you sign it too? A Jedi Master's endorsement would really speed things along.
I'm not a Jedi Master, but... alright.
It's my duty to help anyone who's been unjustly imprisoned.
Thank you. This means a lot. I'll send it to Tatooine, along with Milo's bail. All these years I thought he was dead. What happened to him out there?
Probably turned to the dark side as far as I know. The Empire has that effect on people. Right, I think we are I think we're actually going to leave Tharan's story until for another time. I think we are actually going to leave it until season 2 because I just want to get this over and done with. I want to get Tharan's story over and done with, and then I want to be done for the time being. So anyway, back to Tharan.
Jedi, Holiday and I have an announcement to make.
You're getting married? Actually, I should look serious.
I don't think I've ever seen you looking so resolute.
We've become rather addicted to the adventuring life. So we've decided to stay with you indefinitely.
And my projected lifespan is long enough to keep you and any little Jedi out of trouble.
Aw, little Jedi, aw. Anyway, it's good to have friends.
Trouble is eternal. I'll be glad to have you.
Wherever you go, you can always rely on Holiday and myself.
That's a promise.
Girl power! Oh yeah! And that is Tharan's story complete. Lovely jubbly. And we got epic music to see us out. Awesome. Anyway, so that'll be it from Companion Talk. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you next time. And a farewell to you.